What we have here is the One More ComfoBuds. Yes, this is a pair of true wireless earbuds that is using the semi-in-ear design, so it's very similar to the Apple EarPods and also the AirPods, not the Pro. And today we're just gonna take a look at this thing and see how it actually competes with its competitors in the market right now for more or less about the same price range. So let's get into it. So I've been using this for quite a long time actually, and by looking at the box by itself you can see that this is of course called the One More ComfoBuds True Wireless Headphones. It has a semi-in-ear design with dual mic for environmental noise cancellation, so this is not ANC. It is only for you to make calls without having all those kind of traffic noise interfering with your calls, that type of ANC. And of course there's also proximity sensor and also IPX5 rating. And on the back here you've got a lot of specs which I'm not gonna go through, and opening up the box you can see this is the case of the earbuds themselves, and yes, it is very tiny in shape, but you might have realized something though. Why is there a message, or more like an instruction to tell you how to take out the earbuds themselves? Well, that is actually because of, again, the size issue. And let me just get this out of the box. So in terms of its size, you can see that this case here is really tiny in terms of shape, in all three dimensions actually. And it is using this kind of glossy plastic finish, so it is really slippery first, and second, it's also prone to get scratches a lot easier compared to some other materials. But there are some improvements that they should make. For example, yes, as you can see just now, I nearly dropped this thing because of how small it is, and because of all the cutouts and how you're supposed to open this case, you have to look for this little seam here, slot your fingernail in there. Even by doing that, it's not gonna have much room to actually grip the whole case with, and you're supposed to just open the case like this. And opening up, you can see why. There's a message here to tell you how to take out the earbuds, which is by pushing the tip of the earbud towards you to take it out. And even by doing that, it's a bit risky because as you can see here, sometimes maybe you do it too quickly, and maybe the earbuds, which is also using the glossy plastic, it might fly off your finger and fall into the ground, or touch wood, maybe it might even fly into a drain, I don't know, maybe. And because of this lid, it doesn't really help that much as well because it only opens to about 90 degrees and it doesn't actually lock itself there. So if you're gonna do this, let's just say this, it's gonna close by itself. There's no locking hinge mechanism built in, and I really hope One More can improve on that on the next version of the ComfoBuds. So taking out the earbuds themselves, you can see here they are actually really thin as well, and at the bottom here you got this really pointy tip which doesn't have anything else, and then along the body here it gets even conier in shape, if that's a word. And this One More logo here is where the touch sensitive panel is located, and this touch panel don't actually support that many gestures. There's only 2 gestures that is available for you to do on each earbud, and of course you can customize in the One More app as well, which we'll get into later. And then looking at the earbud again, you can see along this curvature here is where the microphone is. Oh, I'm gonna drop this thing real quick. At the front here, you can see there's a proximity sensor. So yes, it can automatically play or pause your music if you take it off or wear it in your ears. And of course, you can again disable it in the One More app if you want to. And then one weird thing here is that the earbuds actually come with this ear tip. Now I don't know why One More included this kind of ear tips, because number one, it doesn't actually do anything since it doesn't create a seal around the ear, and perhaps it is to aim the speaker port directly towards your ear canal for better sound quality, because yes, for this kind of semi-open design, it is really crucial to get a, how do you say this, a correct positioning in your ear so that the sound quality can be optimal, if that makes sense. And speaking of the sound quality, the One More ComfoBuds, actually they sound pretty decent if you place it correctly into your ear. The bass, it won't be punchy because it doesn't create a seal around your ear. The mids and trebles is kind of muffled because it is still kind of bass oriented in terms of its sound quality. But overall, I would say it's decent. And personally, I do prefer this kind of semi-open design because I can still listen to my surroundings without compromising on sound quality that much, and yet I am able to wear it for a long amount of hours at once because it doesn't strain my ear canal that much. Now, as for the microphone sound quality though, here's a sample. I don't think it's gonna sound that good because the microphone is placed at a pretty awkward angle. This is how the One More ComfoBuds microphone actually sounds like. By the looks of it, the sound wave that's on my phone right now is not really that high. So just as I suspected, the microphone quality is not really that loud because the microphone is placed in some awkward positions. But the microphone sound quality is surprisingly decent though. And now back to the One More app. Yes, it is just called One More app, and the whole functionality behind this app is pretty simple. So the first option that you have here is actually to configure smart playback, which is to say you can disable or enable the proximity sensor here to automatically play or pause your music. You can even set it to auto pause only, so you have to manually tap play after you take it and wear back into your ear, or you can select autoplay or pause or just disable it outright. That's up to you. And then there's also custom settings, which you can configure what this touch panel can do. There aren't that many options, but it is still useful nonetheless. But then again, this touch panel is kind of awkward in terms of position, and the sensitivity is not really that good too. So yeah, I wouldn't rely on it that much. And then there's also one last feature that I really like here is to OTA firmware update your pair of TWS earbuds. This is important so that in case the company found some other way to, let's just say, optimize the sound quality, then they just push an update through the OTA method, and then you can update your pair of TWS with even more features. And yeah, putting the earbuds back into the case is also a problem for me because how tiny it is, and it is also in this kind of crisscross pattern. It's just not really something that you can quickly take it out, put into your ears, and then take out from your ears and immediately put inside a case without worrying. It's something that you constantly have to be careful of because it will slip off your fingers really easily, and this thing is just it's a bit too tiny to handle for my fat big hands. Anyway, in terms of battery life though, the One More ComfoBuds, each of the earbud per single charge can last for about 3 to 4 hours in our playtime, and the case will provide at about 4 additional charges, so you can get about 16 hours worth of listening time on a single charge from this thing. And of course, it charges using a USB Type-C cable at the back here. And they also provided a cable inside the box, so yeah, you can use that to charge. And what other things is in the box here is actually this one, a One More sticker if you want to use it. I would say it's pretty cute, the little bear there. And finally, for the price of 189 ringgit, I would say it's a bit of a weird situation because I do like this kind of semi-open design. It's really comfortable and I can wear it for a really long amount of time, of course, and I don't even have to turn on the hear-through mode to listen to my surroundings because I can still talk to people while wearing this pair of earbuds. But if you want something similar of this design though, you can also look at let's just say Edifier, also SoundPits. They offer this kind of semi-open design as well, and maybe even better gestures because this one is kind of sporty. I have not tested those from Edifier or SoundPits as of now, but they are of about the same price as well, so that might help in terms of when you're making a purchase decision. So yeah, that's all we have to say about the One More ComfoBuds. I would say it's pretty decent. It's just that the case here is way too tiny to the point where it's just not really comfortable to handle with. And that's all we have for you today. I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.